Hey, in this video, we're going to be looking at how I created an AI editor agent inside Antigravity, how what my thought process was, and how I actually built it. So we're going to be looking at how anti-gravity works, what is anti-gravity, and how I came into building that AI agent within 10 to 15 minutes. All right, that sounds good. Let's just jump into it then. Okay, let's see how the agent builds and performs inside the IDE. I just inputted two files and I just gave it a prompt as well. Let's see how it builds. I'm using Claude Opus 4.5 thinking for this one, but you can use any model you want. Since I just built it, I just want to test it out and let's see how it performs. Okay, it finished after literally a couple seconds. It went on and took a couple seconds, but it went ahead and drafted it just with a single prompt of me just saying uploaded a video, go and edit it. And within a couple minutes, it just did it. Now let's see the output. I just made an AI editor agent. Now I'm not going to play it till end. You can see in this short form that I will upload this video on. I'll actually upload this because it's an actual editor. All right, so I'm in my anti-gravity space. So it's a workspace. If you don't know what a workspace is, it's basically a folder within your laptop. You just open it up in within this IDE. If you don't know what an IDE is, it stands for Integrated Development uh, Environment. Don't worry about the technical stuff. We're gonna cover it in the later part of the video. I'm gonna explain it to you step by step what an IDE is, and what anti-gravity is, and why is it so powerful for non-tech individuals as well. So I wanted to edit my videos since I'm not an editor in any sort of way. I'm not a good editor by any means. I just wanted to have a environment where I could just give it two inputs, my talking head and the screen that I have recorded via OBS. And I wanted to stitch it together and make it like real professional, right? So just went to Claude Code, described what my idea was over here. So I just told it what my thought processes and how I wanted it to do. Just came up with a good plan. But before we get into it, let's just explore what an IDE is and how it can help us. So let's hop into the Exceler draw. Think of IDE as a professional kitchen. So if you wanted to cook, you can cook something with good utensils, maybe a pan and some ingredients inside your room. But it will be messy and it'll take you some time as well. However, an IDE solves that problem. A IDE is a professional kitchen with all the utensils, the pans, and every single thing you need in order to develop something. So if you went ahead and wanted to cook some meal, you can have some professional utensils and go ahead and cook something really quick. I just illustrated that same concept in this Exceler raw as well. Now, why anti-gravity is a professional? So imagine instead of uh, cooking yourself, you hire a professional chef and you just give it a prompt or a command that you want something to be cooked. And just go ahead and delegate its task to his smaller chefs if there is something of a term in the kitchen. I'm not a cook. So I'll just go ahead and give it to those, and I'll just go ahead and delegate single task to every single small chef of his and just oversee everything. Since he's a head chef, he'll just go ahead and do everything. So for this instance in anti-gravity, we give it a prompt, build a login page. We'll just go ahead and build a So in this instance, we just give anti-gravity a prompt, build a login page, right? We want a login page. We have give it a command. We'll just go ahead and assign it to the agent manager. The agent manager has sub agents that it can designate task to. When it delegates task to sub agents, it'll just say, all right, we need a login page, we need a coding agent for that. It'll just go ahead and give it to the coding agent. Once it's built the code, it'll just test the code. It'll give that command to its testing agent. It'll just open a browser. That's why anti-gravity is so powerful. It has a browser agent as well. It can visually see what's going on in your landing page and quickly fix what's broken. So it'll just go it to give it to the browser agent, and in the end, it'll give you an artifact, a list of walkthrough what it has done, what was built, and everything you need to know about the designated task. So you can go ahead and quickly whip up and eat the meal. All right. So that does the explanation, let's just jump into anti-gravity and see what the editor agent does. All right, let's just walk through the thought process and how I wanted it to build. So, in this prompt, I just gave it an overview, what I do, what platforms I use, and what I wanted to do. Right now, over here, I didn't know what was possible, and I had like a little idea. We can use FMPeg. It's a library. Don't worry about it. Uh, so it can use that, and it's free as well. It can use that to do whatever it want. I just gave it. It just go went ahead and scanned through the code base, the files in the code base. However, it knew it didn't had any content in it. We had to start from scratch. So it went ahead and drafted a plan and gave me some options. So it was like we can have a Python script. I did not know what that was, so I recommended that as well, but didn't know what was the that was. So yeah. So option two, it gave me Python scripts with features. Then again, they knew what it was, but I went back and forth and read what it was, and then I just gave it a prompt. All right, the two files I wanted to be is an audio file and a screen share file. The positioning should be a face detection automatically and center my face in the lower part of the screen. I want the output quality to be the best, and so I can have quality content. As you can see, it's very quality, right? I mean, I don't have a script anyways. It just went ahead and I loved your vision, gave me a response, and it created a plan for me. Now, that's why artifacts are so important in anti-gravity. Before implementing, it actually goes ahead and give you an in-depth implementation plan, where as you can see, a visual diagram as well. I just went through it and see, all right, that would be the product structure, and there will be some libraries and it'll do something. So I didn't actually knew what it was. So I just said, sounds good, go ahead and did it. Do it. Then it just went ahead and did the thing for me and told me how to use it as well. I just gave it the videos and it gave me the output as well. I liked the output, but I wanted to be front and center and wanted to make some improvement to it as well. So I just prompted it. All right, perfect, great job, giving it some moral support. Now let's move on to the next phase. In the screen recording, is it possible to zoom into places that show the most context? I wanted to show, because it was zooming in too much, I wanted to show the context of the screen recording instead of just zooming in into one place. Just went ahead and gave me some approaches. I just went and saw what the approaches was, shortlisted them, and the one that was specifically for my use case, I just gave it. That I told it that use that positioning, and I just want something from that. It perfectly understood my thing, and within one prompt, it just went ahead and did that thing for me and ran it a couple of times, tested it, and just did the thing. That's how easy it is. So I just went ahead, prompted it a few times, told him what my vision was, and it did the job perfectly. And now I can make short form content. Now, will it be great? No, it's my first time starting, so maybe not, but we'll get better with it with time. All right, it's that easy to create a AI agent for your personal use case. Instead of hiring an editor, I could just go ahead and prompt code, Claude code, or anti-gravity in this instance to do whatever I want. I made an editor, but let your imagination run wild. Happy building, and see you next time. Bye bye.